Hey, Nathan.
Hey, Kevin, how's it going?
It's going all right. Looks like we got some siding discussion going on here.
I'm getting a lot of phone calls about siding jobs right now. So
Better you than me.
Yeah, I know. I love doing it. It's a good job, but people always have questions.
I presume they're asking you what should they use and what's the best for them.
And it all is driven off of their budget, of course. But I want to go over some of the most basic ones, especially the ones we see here in New England. To start with, the most cost-effective one is vinyl siding.
Yep.
It's a good product. This is a double 4 here, nice white color.
Double 4 meaning you're going to get
4-inch exposure, 4-inch exposure. So you're running 2 courses at one time. So
right.
It goes up nice and quick.
Okay. And people love it. They can go over their old siding with it, which we see a ton.
Yep. You're going to see this a lot on new construction jobs. You're going to see it a lot on siding remodels. Again, easy to put in, easy to maintain, just a good product. I actually like the way it snaps in. You know, you get a nice tight joint right there.
So your installation is going to go quickly, and from the homeowner's perspective, satisfaction is going to be instant, and they're never going to repaint that. That's
No, pressure wash it once a year and you're good. What I like too about vinyl siding is if they're replacing a window or a door, I can go unzip everything, do the job, and then just zip it back up.
Right. We see it everywhere, although not our first choice for historic homes, but a cost-effective option.
Very good.
We are very partial to wood.
And I am too. Cedar is my favorite material to work with. I like cedar shingles. I like cedar clapboards. They have a timeless look. You see them on a lot of houses in the area.
These ones have got primers on them, and natural material, tapered, which is key for you.
So I can adjust my coursing. I can adjust my exposure. So I can take my cedar clapboards here. Traditionally, it's going to be a 4-inch exposure.
Which is the exposure being this dimension.
The face to the weather, and then as I get close to maybe the top of a door or window, I can adjust this ever so slightly to hit the top to keep that clean line.
So that is not something that you can do, for example, with vinyl, whereas you can make the coursing like that. You get what you get with the vinyl.
Exactly. Once you set your first course down below, that's driven all the way up the wall.
In terms of cost, you got a sense of the difference between vinyl and wood?
Wood's going to be the most expensive right now, and then vinyl's going to be the cheapest.
Okay. Yeah. And then in terms of maintenance, as I said, never going to repaint that. How frequently are you going to repaint this?
Let's say every 7 to 10 years,
yeah.
And it may be some sanding too, so there's a little bit more maintenance with that.
Okay. So probably in the middle?
Yeah. In the middle, we're going to go with fiber cement siding. You can get it primed, you can get it painted with a finish coat. We have a cedar mill face here and a smooth face.
Okay.
You can even get it for different exposures we were talking about. So here, this is a 4-inch. So we have a nice 4-inch exposure. Here we have a 7-inch exposure. This one's raw, no primer or paint on it.
This is a man-made material.
Man-made.
The name pretty much tells us all we need to know, fiber cement. It's a cementatious material.
Yep, cement, sand, and wood pulp.
Really?
Yeah, wood pulp.
This?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, despite the fact that it might have some wood pulp, it really stands up.
It is rot resistant, it is pest resistant, it's a really good product.
And if you're going to have to repaint cedar, vinyl never, cedar say every 7 years, how frequently do you have to repaint this?
10 to 15 years.
So that's a big bonus.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you enjoy working with it?
I don't mind it. I like snapping it. I get a nice clean cut. You don't get as much adjustability with your exposure to hit your tops of your doors and windows. So this one's set up for 4 inches. 4 inches, you're good. If you try and shrink it a little bit, you get a little bit more rock. So as you crawl up your sidewall, as you look up, you would see a little bit of a shadow line there, which you don't really want to see.
So less adjustment there. Maybe choose a different fiber cement product if you want different exposures.
Or you have to think way ahead. You need to be pulling measurements to the tops of your doors and windows, making sure you're running your courses perfectly to hit.
And in terms of cost, where does it fall?
I would say it's right in the middle. I would say most expensive, right in the middle. Vinyl's going to be your cheapest, but then even within each type of siding, there's more expensive options.
Sure. Good. Well, it's nice to see the options here in front of us. Thank you.
Good.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. Make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.